that 40 years before the lynching of the 14-year-old African-American boy Emmett Till in Mississippi, there was the lynching of a 14-year-old Mexican-American boy in Texas. On June 19, 1911, in Thorndale, Texas, Antonio Gomez, a child of Mexican migrants, carved pieces of wood as he made his way home and walked on the sidewalk. As he passed the saloon, the white owner scolded him for littering. Other white men there cursed at Antonio and backed the owner. When Antonio tried to leave, one of the white men took a piece of wood that Antonio had been whittling and began striking Antonio. The rest of the white men laughed, and out of self-defense, Antonio stabbed the man who was striking him with wood. Antonio stabbed him using the exact same knife he had used to whittle wood. The white man eventually died from his wounds, and a constable who happened to be nearby immediately placed Antonio in a calaboose. When word got around town, the constable moved Antonio to a gin house to protect him from any angry white mobs. Antonio was only 14 years old, so he couldn't legally be executed for his actions. Just a few hours after being arrested, an angry white mob did in fact find Antonio. Antonio did try to run, but he was grabbed by some men and horsemen. They dragged him around town, tied to the back of a buggy, and into the middle of town, where hundreds of people watched him get beat, kicked, and lynched. At one point he fell, gasping for air, but they still continued to kick him. The Mexican community and the Mexican government voiced its outrage and demanded justice. This pressured the governor of Texas at that time to act. He had 4 men arrested, one of which his charges were dropped, and the other 3 were acquitted. Antonio Gomez, just like Emmett Till, never got his justice.